On today's episode, we're gonna go over the 5 bottles around 50. Guess what? I only picked 4. I need to figure out that 5. I'm thinking about this right now. I go by the name of, let's get this.
Play the intro.
I go by the name of Lord, let's rip you some whiskey. And we're back, and we're back, and we're back. Folks. I'm loving this series so far. Let's take a water break. Now, if you're liking this so far, let me know in the comments what do you feel about this vibe. So today, continuing in true fashion, we're gonna go over the 5 bottles right at 50, a little bit under 50, not above 50. So the first 2 I do not have, so I'm gonna throw the picture up. It's gonna be the Still Austin Cask Strength. Now, folks, this one is really good. This is coming out of Austin, Texas. It's aged in Texas, so it drinks a little hot, I promise you. Not as hot as necessarily an Old Forester store pick, but it drinks hot enough. But it is a great pour. I love it. I personally like it a lot. Even if you found a store pick, the store picks are nice, but for instance, the store picks don't qualify in that particular range. But for 50, all day long, Still Austin Cask Strength, totally would do it. If you have not tried it, I would say what you could do, your introduction to Still Austin would be just get the regular offering, and then if you like that, just get the Cask version. You can't go wrong with that. Anyway, so that is my first pick. So the second one I do not have is the 4 Roses Small Batch Select. Now, I've had a lot of 4 Roses, from the single barrel, then the single barrel store picks, and then the regular offerings, and then the small batch. But the small batch select, I always go back to it. I actually like to have a pour of the small batch select actually when I eat sushi or whatever. So every time I eat sushi, that's probably why I have the bottle now. I just always have to have that, like either on the rocks or neat. I just really love that pairing. If I'm not drinking that, then obviously I'm drinking like an island scotch with my sushi. You all know how I feel about island scotches and sushi. But anywho, small batch select, highly worth it. Usually it sits right at that price range. You don't see it go anything above that. Depending on the area you are in, that's where it's at. But small batch select, highly recommend it. Easy sipper, definitely easy to find. So yeah. So the next one, which I do have a bottle of, is gonna be the Frey Ranch, the regular offering. Now folks, we all know how Laura feels about Frey Ranch. Anyway, so this one is coming in at 90 proof, and this is good all day long. Folks, I said you gotta get into craft whiskey at some point in your journey. Trust me, thank me later. But Frey Ranch, the regular offering, right at that 50 mark, totally worth it. Now, there's other bottles you could get that are way cheaper than this. Yeah, but for this instance, in my personal opinion, the regular offering of Frey Ranch is a good place to start. Boom. Moving right along. Now we have, let me see him. Once again, got off that trusty list. We have 2 more bottles. Now, I'm gonna get flack for these other 2. I personally don't care. This is my channel. You see the name and the link. It's my channel. So, you know, here we go. So this one is probably allocated where you are, pretty sure. If it wasn't allocated, then you definitely could find it for right at 50. This is none other than the 12-year 1792. This is 12-year-old Barton juice in here, folks. Now this is good. This is really good. You find it for retail, it's good. I'll be honest, sometimes you definitely see this for like twice as retail. Once again, I'm not telling you to do what you do with your funds, but I guess if you don't have it, then, you know, do you. But let's say waiting goes a long way with the 1792, because you eventually can find this in the wild for retail.
Message!
Now, I necessarily don't have the whole 1792 lineup. There's a few that I'm missing, and by few, I think 3. I'm missing the port, which I don't have, but the port is crazy high, like super high. And then I believe there is a 225 anniversary or something like that. I don't know. One anniversary ones I'm missing. And then there is a high rye version as well. And then there's another version because I believe they got into a lawsuit with another company and they had to like change the name or something. So I don't have that bottle either, but I do have this one. So 1792 12 year, you can find it. 450 is there. And if you can't find it in your market, with a little work, you know, when you travel all the time, maybe you can. So that is that one, folks. I thought I cleared out space for this one. I did not. So folks, this next one, I know if heads had turned with the 1792 12 year, we're gonna PO some people off with this one. It is none other than, ooh, it is the Weller 107. I can hear the comments now. I can just hear them like, Lord, ain't nowhere in the world you can find this retail. You can. But for this argument, let's just say that this sits on the shelf for retail at around $50. Now, is this worth it? Hell yeah, all day. I was lucky to find this one. Maybe not necessarily at retail, maybe by other means, but if you did, this would be a great value all day long. Now, I would say in certain markets, you do get lucky. I know a lot of box stores who don't necessarily care about things like that. They will price it as MSRP. Now, the mom and pop shops are different because they have other margins that they need to hit. So those would be the ones that usually will mark it up. And I know if big box stores did mark it up, it's usually by a few bucks. It's nothing too crazy, but you'd be surprised. You can walk in and find this cheaper than you would Hancock's Reserve, which I'll be honest, I don't understand like why Hancock's Reserve has stayed at the price it stayed at for years, which is weird. You can go to like a big box store and it's on the shelf for 100. I don't necessarily think it's a $100 bottle. I just don't, me personally, but it's weird that that's 100 and then this retails for 50, which this is way better. Night and day of a pour. But anyway, Weller 107, if you can find it. My original one was the one with the cork, and it was a store pick. It was amazing. So that was my introduction to the Weller line in general. But this is good all day long. If I could find this retail, this definitely could be like an everyday sipper for me. But now it's like an everyday, not every day, but every once in a while, nurser or whatever. So yeah, you can see all the fattiness just around in the bottle. It's non-chill filter. That's crazy. You can see it. So that's that. So yeah, so let me know in the comments if you had any of these before, if you think my list is spot on, and if there's anything that you personally looking for. I'm definitely curious. And also just let me know around your parts where you seeing some of these prices land at. And if you like this series and you want me to keep on going, let me know. Appreciate you. So if you like this one, go ahead, drop me a good old like, comment, and subscribe. Yeah. And like we always say at this time, folks, cheers, salute, Sante, Kobe, and all that jazz. Wow.